Melatonin is often thought of as this harmless little sleep vitamin that people can pick up at any store. In fact, in the US, it's one of the most popular supplements. Millions of Americans use it regularly, especially when struggling with sleep or jet lag. But here's the truth. Melatonin isn't actually a vitamin at all. It's a hormone naturally produced by the pineal gland in your brain, and taking it as a supplement can have effects you might not expect. Today, we're going to cover 5 hidden dangers of melatonin that most people don't know about. And I'll warn you, by the time we get to number 5, you might start rethinking whether melatonin is something you want to take every night. Number 1. Inconsistent dosages. When you buy melatonin in the US, you might think the label tells the full story. If it says 3 milligrams, you'd expect 3 milligrams, right? But multiple studies have shown that melatonin supplements are often wildly inaccurate. In fact, a 2017 study published in the Journal of Clinical Sleep Medicine tested 31 different brands. What they found was shocking. The actual melatonin content ranged from less than one half of what was claimed on the label to more than 4 times the stated amount. Even worse, the same brand could vary from batch to batch by nearly 500%. This matters because melatonin is a hormone, not just a simple herb or mineral. Too little may do nothing for your sleep, but too much can cause grogginess, headaches, dizziness, or even nausea the next day. It can also disrupt your body's natural circadian rhythm, making your sleep problems worse in the long run. And because supplements aren't regulated by the FDA the same way as prescription medications, there's no guarantee of consistency. Number 2. Interactions with other medications. Most people don't think about drug interactions when it comes to supplements, but melatonin can actually interfere with a number of common medications. For example, if you're taking blood thinners like warfarin, melatonin might increase the risk of bleeding. If you're on blood pressure medications or diabetes medications, melatonin may affect how well they work, sometimes causing your blood sugar or blood pressure to drop lower than expected. It can also interact with certain antidepressants or anti-seizure medications, potentially leading to increased side effects like dizziness or drowsiness. Even something as common as birth control pills can raise natural melatonin levels in the body. So adding a supplement on top of that might make the effects stronger than you'd expect. The bottom line is, just because it's sold over the counter doesn't mean it's risk-free. If you're on prescription medications and considering melatonin, it's worth talking to a doctor or pharmacist first. Number 3. Hormonal effects you didn't expect. Here's something that surprises a lot of people. Melatonin doesn't just regulate sleep. Because it's a hormone, it has influence over other hormonal systems in the body. Research suggests that long-term or high-dose use of melatonin may potentially affect puberty in children and teenagers, slowing down its onset. That's one reason why pediatric experts recommend extreme caution before giving melatonin to kids. For adults, there's also evidence that melatonin can affect fertility. In women, it may alter ovulation by interfering with estrogen and progesterone levels. In men, high doses of melatonin could reduce testosterone levels and sperm quality. While these effects are usually more of a concern with prolonged or excessive use, they highlight why melatonin should not be treated as casually as a multivitamin. Remember, when you're supplementing with melatonin, you're literally adding a hormone into your body. Hormones are powerful chemical messengers, and even small changes can have ripple effects. Number 4. Daytime drowsiness and safety risks. Many people turn to melatonin because they want to feel more rested, but for some, it backfires. A very common side effect is residual daytime drowsiness. Unlike sleeping pills that wear off more predictably, melatonin's effects can linger depending on your dose, the timing, and your individual metabolism. That means you might wake up still groggy, which can affect focus, memory, and reaction time. And this isn't just an inconvenience, it can be dangerous. Imagine driving to work or operating machinery while still under the subtle effects of a sleep hormone. Some studies have even raised concerns about melatonin increasing the risk of falls in older adults because of dizziness or balance issues. So while it might help you fall asleep a little faster, melatonin can sometimes make your waking hours less safe and productive. Number 5. Masking underlying problems. This last one might be the most important. For many people, sleep problems are a symptom, not the root cause. Maybe it's stress, anxiety, sleep apnea, restless legs, or even a thyroid disorder. But when people start taking melatonin, they might think, okay, this will fix it, without realizing they're covering up something more serious. Relying on melatonin every night could actually delay getting a proper diagnosis and treatment. For example, sleep apnea is a condition where your breathing stops and starts during sleep. If left untreated, it increases the risk of heart disease, stroke, and even dementia. If someone is using melatonin as a nightly crutch, they might miss the fact that their fatigue is being caused by apnea, not just trouble falling asleep. This is why sleep experts recommend using melatonin very selectively, mainly for jet lag or short-term adjustments to sleep schedules, rather than as a long-term solution. Addressing the root causes of sleep problems is almost always a better strategy.